Morning, Coach. Good morning, everyone. First Zoom question we'll take this morning is from John Corrales.
Hey, Ime, just want to check on Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, how they're feeling.
Marcus is doing much better. Went through shoot around today, walked through, getting some extra work in, and will be listed as probable. Jaylen is good. No, nothing talked about, nothing discussed. He felt fine after the game, and like I said, getting him out of the game that late in the game was because of his long stretches and our lead at the time. So he's feeling fine.
Next question from Bobby Manning.
Hey, man, I got a pair. On Rob, can you just kind of look back on, his recovery process and just how, what he was able to do to get back so fast to looking, like himself again? And just where do you think he's at this point in terms of that comeback on both ends of the floor? And then my second's on Derek. I know we talked yesterday about, it being a shot-making case for him, but it just seems like he's been in the slump for so long at this point. What are you kind of seeing from him, and what do you think it's going to take for him to break out of that?
Regarding Rob, I think it was like we've all said it and heard the, phrase that everybody responds differently to surgeries, and the 4 to 6 week time frame was, kind of a broad one, and he was feeling really good after 3 or so weeks, and so met every benchmark that they laid out for him. Looked really good doing it, felt pain-free, swelling-free, and so it kind of expedited his recovery process. Getting his feet wet in the Brooklyn series was huge for him going forward, confidence-wise, just to get out there and get some live game action in. And so where he's at now, he looks very similar. Now hasn't lost any explosion at all. Is pain-free and can play no minute restriction as far as a time limit as far as that. So he's good as far as that. We'll just keep building him. I think early on, especially the second game against Brooklyn, it was more a win thing, conditioning. So he's dealt with that, and it's obviously with our extra week off, helped him get some extra conditioning in. Derek is with the shooting. We talked about it even before we got him in the trade. He wasn't having his best shooting year, but he's not just solely relying on shooting. He impacts the game in so many other ways, as you saw last game. All the ways I detailed yesterday, offensively, defensively, initiating offense, getting downhill, all the things that got other guys wide open looks. And so he'll get the looks that he gets, just as they give up to anybody on Milwaukee. And so with him, it's just you stay confident. He's getting open looks, shooting it well, and getting a ton of extra shots up in practice. And so our thing is to be aggressive and take the shots they give you. The game will kind of dictate how they're going to guard you. And he's gotten open looks just like everybody else. They've closed out on him the same as everybody else, and he's been able to penetrate and kick and get other guys shots. So with him, we understand what he does for our team, and the shots, like I mentioned yesterday, are kind of icing on the cake. And we're all confident that he'll break out of that and knock a few down here pretty soon. But staying confident, and we're confident in him and understanding how he can impact the game more so than just scoring.
Adam Himmelsbach.
Hey, mate. Yeah, you mentioned at the start of the series, like leaning on Ben Sullivan a little bit. I was wondering what kind of ways he's been able to help in preparations. And is that something like, we always talk about stuff. Are we overrating that, or is there a real benefit to having somebody who was there so recently and worked with a lot of those players and a lot of those coaches?
I think it is a benefit. It's a different layer to understanding the personnel. I dealt with that obviously in Brooklyn. Anybody can scout a team and, talk about their plays and, the tendencies as far as that, but actually getting to know certain players and be around them and understand their preparation, how they respond to different things is beneficial. So you saw that with me being around the Brooklyn guys, and he's the same way with Milwaukee. Obviously, Antetokounmpo, a guy he worked with for years, and so any little clue as far as what they like, don't like, and any other tendencies, that I think that goes a long way in the series. So it's not underrated at all. And the plays, and we talk about running plays, and that anybody can do that, scout those things out, but to know the personnel and the players more so than that, and even the coaching staff and how they go about things is very beneficial.
Next question is from Christos Saltos.
Hello. Speaking about the
Microphone, I cannot hear you.
You're breaking up a little bit, Christos.
That this team has with Jason. How satisfied you are about the way that you hear me now?
Now it's a little better. Go ahead repeat the question, please.
Okay. Speaking about the personality that your team have, how satisfied you are about the Al Horford and Jason Tatum leadership in this series?
Al Horford and Jason Tatum, what? Leadership. They've been great. I mean, Al has been Al all year, and he's coming to camp with that, vocal, leadership mentality, a veteran guy who's been around, and the group knows him well. I know him well from previous stops, and so Al's been great the whole year. One of the guys that speaks up about all type of different situations that he's been in. It's beneficial for the team. Jason's growth this year, you've seen him being more vocal. He still chooses his words, and when he does, everybody listens. And so he's a guy that we understands what we need from him as far as that, and he has taken on the challenge not only on the court, but as far as being a leader, more vocal, and understanding how guys rally around him, not just through his play, but through his actions, through his speaking. And like I say all the time, I don't just need it to be the coaches talking all the time, and he's done a great job with that.
Any final questions for Coach? All right, we'll let you go. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.